know what it is, right? I got my brother right here. Lenny Cooke is up next. Yo, you see what it is, man. Hat low. He gonna talk about everything. We had to sit down because this motherfucker's like 6'8", and I'm like 6'2". But we up next. You heard VIP Saturdays.
My boy Superstar J.
Let's get it. You know what it is, Superstar J, VIP Saturdays. Got my brother in the building, man. Legendary, making a lot of noise. You know, I told him, man, that, you know, his story needs to be heard on every platform where he can talk so he can get that big check so these people will understand what's going on. Lenny Cooke's in the building.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
What's up, man? What's up, man? You got your hat low on, man. You wearing a Bulls hat. I don't know what's going on, man.
You know it's just for the outfit, man. You know better than that.
What's going on with you?
Nah, man, just hanging in there, taking it day by day, man. These blessings, these flowers that I've been getting these last couple of weeks, man, it's been dope. You know what I mean?
Man. It's like a whirlwind. Last time we spoke, it feel like it's a whole bunch of things been happening for you.
For sure, man. Ever since y'all put me on that platform on Apartment 5H, man, it's just been nothing but beautiful things happening.
Wow. So why do you think it was so hard for you to really get your story out after the documentary?
I mean, it was just because basically my background, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, being that I want to deal with kids and all of that, help the kids and all of that, you know what I mean? A lot of parents wouldn't want to take that risk, like, with the image, you know what I mean? And I wouldn't either, you know what I mean? But being that I'm trying to clean my image up and do the right thing, man, it's been nothing but blessings.
Yeah, man, you know, and that just even gave me an idea, and I'm going to hook you up because my man does, I did a children's book. Mm-hmm. I can see a Lenny Cooke's children's book. You can write a book, you know what I mean?
For sure.
About, you know, the trials and tribulations of basketball in a kid's way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get back to it because you know, I'm piggybacking on a lot of things I've seen right now, far as the platforms you've been on. Shout out to Cam. Cam's a good friend of mine. He always
big shout out to Cam, man. Big shout out to Mace, man. That was a dope experience, man.
Two legends, man. How did it feel, man? Because you know, when it's like kind of an interview setting, you kind of forget who they are. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You sit next to mate, and you came and at this time you was partying when, you know, these dudes was all world in the music game.
Yeah,
How did it feel at first? Is that your first time ever meeting Mace?
No. I met Mace before. I met Cam. You know what I'm saying?
I know you met Cam before.
But it was just different, man. Like, I got that DM back, like, yo, bro, I want you to be on the show, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's set it up.
Oh, okay. So you reached out, or he reached out to you?
I reached out to him.
Oh, and Lenny's not playing.
Nah,
I'm going all
everywhere. I want to be on all circuits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like right back. He hit me right back like, yo, send me your number right now. We're going to set it up. And it's crazy because he wanted me to come that Tuesday when I had to leave to go to coach at the Allen Iverson class.
Yes, I seen that.
You know what I mean? And I'm like,
emotional moment too, man.
For sure. So I was like, I can't do it right now. You know what I mean? Not this week. He was like, well, what about Thursday? I'm like, man, it ain't over till Thursday. He was like, well, what about Sunday, man? We got to get you up here right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, look, just set it up next week, any day next week. And they flew me out, man, set me up right. You know what I mean? And it was history from there.
Why do you feel that so many people are very obsessed with your story right now? I mean, I told you I loved the doc when I seen it, and I've been following you before, but why now that 2023 that it feels like it's new again about this story and awareness about your story?
Because, I mean, I've been away for a while. You know what I mean? People didn't know where I was at. You know what I mean? When I was in that depression stage and all of that, I didn't want to be bothered. You know what I mean? And a lot of people were just wondering, like, where is he at? What he's doing? You know what I mean? And once I broke that depression, I'm back, baby. It's on.
Now, when did this depression happen? Did it happen after the documentary or
I mean, it
during?
was during it. It was during it, so to speak. Because, like, you know, as you know what I mean? Those guys got over on me, so it's like I didn't want to be bothered with a lot of people. I didn't trust a lot of people because
now,
of how I got
rewind that
screwed
now
over.
because, you know, I know, but my listeners might not know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, Lenny Cooke, star high school player, All-American, was one of the top 3 players in the country, and they did a doc on you when you were younger.
Yeah.
And you know, we get in the barbershop. You from the hood. The barbershop is like where all the talk. And everybody, you know, I was actually sitting in the barbershop and they was playing the Apartment 5H, show. Mm-hmm. And they was like, come on, man, Jay, that nigga got a check, man. He's lying, man. It's no way that he ain't know he ain't got a check.
There's no reason I have to lie on a check. You hear me?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I got screwed over, whether it was because of the contract or whatever I signed. Or
so what was they promising you?
It was just
funds?
basically like it was never no number amount. You know what I'm saying? It was just, we're gonna shop this documentary. At first, like I told you before,
Yes.
like the documentary wasn't supposed to be like a cautionary tale. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be, we're gonna follow this kid for the first 3 years of his NBA career,
Yeah.
coming out of high school and all of that. But then things didn't go that way. So then they wanted to make it into like, oh yo, we can help. Your story can help a lot of people, and you're gonna be hands-on and this and that, and none of those things happened.
So what was the promises about when they was putting this documentary out? Because people would say, yeah, he was a kid, well, he didn't know about it, but then he was there talking to him as a kid. So why wouldn't he know that this would profit and tape those certain moments in that documentary?
At that time, I didn't know nothing about the business. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, like I continue to say, I didn't have that mentor or whatever back then to go over contracts and paperwork and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
I want to salute you because I told you before that I feel like you were the start of documentaries of real life documentaries. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of new.
Yeah.
So you really wouldn't really know what was going on anyway.
Yeah.
Now, I went to one of the screenings in Manhattan. I think you were there. Now, at one certain point, you was just like, all right, hold on. Yeah, these motherfuckers get money for posters and all this type of shit.
I mean, it started with that. You know what I mean? When it was in the film festival.
He was like
what's going on? I mean, somebody getting the ticket sales and all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get it. I get it's an overhead and all that, but everything ain't going to these people.
The overhead goes to, first of all, they gotta. It's just like with DJ. I feel like DJs are undervalued. You know what I mean? The bartender will get way more money than us. No hating. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I mean? Or the rapper throw like, yo, you can play my song, I'm gonna throw some money on her. Like, nigga, what happened to me? Nigga, I'm playing the record. So if I stop the music, the party's over.
Over, yeah.
If Lenny Cooke didn't have that real, and I told you it was tearful for me and not emotional, like it was very emotional for me and tearful that, when I told you my part, when you was with your peoples, you like, man, my name is Leonard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had the party to get together. You know, we tipsy now. You telling niggas like, yo, nigga, like, you know what I mean? Where was everybody at? So I'm just like, this couldn't have happened
without the story.
You.
Yeah, without.
I don't. You know what I mean? We could do the young Lenny footage, but that story wouldn't have happened when you was in at your crib in VA with your daughter feeding her and all.
It was just like I said. Back then, when the film festival started, then once I seen that they shopped it to Showtime and ESPN, I knew it was a check involved. So I'm
big check.
Yeah, for sure. So now it's like, yo, where my part at? You know what I mean? And I haven't heard from them guys since.
Wow. Yeah, man. We got to, like I said before, we need to find them guys with a lawyer. You know what I mean? We don't even need to talk. It's more corporate. Now, how was the experience? The Allen Iverson, it was a camp, right?
Yeah, it was the All-American Allen Iverson Classic.
Wow.
That was crazy.
How's it different, seeing when you was an All-American to now?
These kids is talented, bro. Like the DeJuan Wagner Juniors.
Can the young Lenny Cooke spar with them?
Oh yeah, for sure. We had that discussion. Me and a couple of the kids had that discussion.
He was like, little homie.
You don't got enough with you, man. It's too much going on. But nah, man, these kids is super talented, man, and they headed in the right direction because they got the right people behind them. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like they can connect with Allen Iverson on a day-to-day basis. They can talk to Steven Jackson. They can talk to Bobby Bates. You know what I mean?
Talk to Lenny Cooke.
Talk to Lenny Cooke, you know what I mean? And that's what I appreciated the most about the experience is that the guys accepted me, you know what I mean? All the guys in the camp, all 56 of them, had questions, wanted to know why I made the decisions that I made.
Did they watch
you know
the
what I
movie?
mean?
Did they see the doc?
Most of them did. A lot of them shared it on their story after we left. You know what I mean? And they just, the vibe was there. You know what I'm saying? I'm still at that age where I can relate to these kids.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So
and you might knock down one of their girlfriends when they get older. Literally like, we played around, man. But
yeah,
Lenny's still outside, man.
Nah, I'm definitely outside, man. I'm that guy. You know what I mean? I'm an outside person.
I feel, that what I wish and what I pray for is that Lenny Cooke could get a job in the NBA and be a one of the coaches on the and be one of the coaches like a Sham guard
For sure.
and help out with the big guys on feet work and footing and just also just maybe preventing like a Ja Morant type thing happening.
For
just
sure.
hanging out.
For sure. I mean, I would love to. You know what I mean? Like, I reached out to the NBPA. You know what I'm saying? I know my worth, bro. You know what I mean? And I know what I can bring to the game. You know what I'm saying? I know the game well. It's just about getting my foot in the door. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And these experiences and people hearing me, they're going to understand and someone's going to gravitate to it.
Now, I want to ask you, would you ever do a Lenny Cooke AAU team?
That's what I want to do. We was just talking about that on the ride over here. You know what I'm saying? I want to start my own AAU program. You know what I mean? For boys and girls.
Yeah. Now, how do you feel, man, about the girls now, man? We know that we all know that LSU like really sparked people. Them looking at girls. And
For sure. It's just crazy. I mean, it's their time. It's their time. It's time for them to get the bigger budgets. You know what I mean? Like I said, we were just talking about all of that in the car. You know what I'm saying? Angel Reese, she just set the tone. You know what I mean? She's very outspoken. She's pretty. You know what I mean? Her image is good. Like, she's going to set the tone for the next generation of female basketball players.
Why do you feel? I want to ask basically, how do you feel about why the WNBA doesn't pack up arenas? But you got college,
I mean, I just feel like it's not enough fans. It's not enough fans. Not enough. The market ain't big enough for them yet. But it's coming now. Like I said, Angel Reese and all of those girls, they set the tone, bro.
But you heard them. They was like, we really
deserve the bag.
Yeah,
you know
and they
mean?
was like, we really don't have a need for the NBA right
we
now.
We don't, because we got the NIL, we got all of these deals. Like, we really don't need. We can go overseas and play and do what we got to do if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? And the gyms and the arenas is going to be packed over there.
Yeah.
When you can pack them here.
Why? But why they're not getting it packed?
That I don't know. That I don't know.
Are the tickets too much? Are they trying to make the people, the average female, pay what the NBA playing, or we just don't have guys that just don't want to watch the WNBA?
I think it's people that don't watch it that much. You know what I'm saying? People is not big as fans as women's college basketball, or even like now. You go to AAU tournaments now and watch the girls play. The girls got more fans than the boys in AAU, unless it's a major circuit. But the females, they have a lot of following. You know what I mean?
Wow. Would you coach a female?
I would love to coach female basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's where the market is at.
Yeah.
They're coming up.
Now, how would you go about teaching these girls how to play and just the same way?
I mean, the same way as I teach a boy. You know what I mean? You got to be a dog, and you can't take no days off.
Yeah, they be saying the dog too. Yeah. A dog.
You gotta stay a dog, and you can't take no days off.
Now, what do you think about the league right now? Here Saturday. Who you got winning the finals?
You already know, purple and gold, baby. you know I'm rolling.
Yo, you go with LA?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why, man? Why LA?
Because LeBron is playing like 08 LeBron right now.
Always a factor.
Always.
What do you think about the Denver? Give me your take about them playing Denver.
How they can win. I mean, Denver have a loaded bench. You know what I mean? They bench is good. They stack. You know what I'm saying? But when you got LeBron and AD is healthy, it's different. They make the game easier for everybody else.
Now, you seen that? I forgot the white kid's name. They about to give him a bag on LA.
The guard. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. He's worth it. He's worth it. He showed it in the playoffs. That's where he's getting his money from what he's doing in the playoffs.
What he's doing in the playoffs. Now, far as the you doing your own doc, is that in the making, or you're talking to different people? Do you have enough footage but you can actually take a lot of footage.
I can take a lot of footage because a lot of the footage that was used before was used from other situations. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't be hard. But yeah, I want to redo the doc. A couple people done reached out to me from Cali, this company. I ain't gonna put it out there yet because the deal is not signed or nothing like that. But yeah, they want to do a mini series, six episode scripted mini series, and shop it around. So yeah, we got a lot of things in the works.
Wow! So is somebody gonna play Lenny Cooke?
Yeah, somebody will be playing Lenny Cooke. Which
would be your son?
That's definitely who it would be.
Like you, man.
That's definitely who it would be.
How you been telling him, yo, man? Well, you better get your acting shit together, man.
Not yet.
Little Meech, you know what I mean? Little Meech is killing right now. Your son looks exactly just like you.
Yeah. Nah, that's who would definitely play that part.
Now, if he couldn't play the part, who would you want to play the part?
Nobody else can play that part but him.
You like that?
Yeah,
just
nobody.
Him.
That's him. That's all him.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, I want to ask you, who's better, Bryce or Keon?
Bryce or Keon? Who's Keon?
That's Melo's son.
Cayenne,
I'm sorry.
Cayenne. I definitely got to roll with Cayenne. And I'm biased.
Why?
And I don't mind saying that I'm biased. Yeah, I definitely got to roll with Cayenne. But nah, Bryce, I love Bryce's game. I love his intensity. I watch him, you know what I'm saying? I watch all of the stuff they put up on him on Instagram and everything.
Yeah.
He's tough. Honestly, I think he's going to be better than Bronny.
But what do you see about Cayenne?
Cayenne's a dog. He's a dog. He's just like his dad. He know how to get it on the floor. He know how to score. He's a scorer.
He got that Lenny Cooke fire too, man.
He's
not like he's not really.
He's not laid back. He's not. No. I'm a dog, and anybody who get in front of me, I'm gonna bust your ass. That's how he be coming. Pause.
Yeah, I seen it. Now, for you, you know, and even in the doc, and I remember a moment when y'all was all watching the draft, and you was breaking it down then.
Yeah.
Like how players are. Like you have that basketball knowledge.
Yeah.
Would you ever do commentating?
I would love to do that too. You know what I mean? Anything about this game, man, it's just I have a passion for it. Like it's just my gift.
IQ
you know what
is
I mean? I just love the game. You know what I'm saying? I study the game. Whether it's a person that don't get in the game at the end of the bench to the star on the team. You know what I mean? I just pay attention to everything in all details.
Who's the top 5 NBA players right now in the game?
LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Ja Morant.
You put Ja number 3?
Nah, it's no order. I'm not going in order.
Okay.
I like Booker, and I had to say Embiid.
Wow. Well, it was a real disappointment. Was that Doc's fault?
It definitely was a disappointment.
Do you think it was a coaching fault?
I ain't gonna say it's the coach's fault, man, because you got to get out there and put the ball in the hole. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
also, if Lenny Cooke's a coach, he know the right moves and they said that Doc was holding back on a lot of.
I just feel like he just planning to play him because he MVP. When you ain't playing right, sit down. Next man up. Somebody got to be ready. You know what I'm saying?
You the type of coach. Listen. Sit down,
get your shit together, and you going right back in. But you got to get your shit together right now. You know what I mean? It's simple.
Coach Lenny ain't playing, man. Get your shit together. Now, like he said, he can't really disclose anything right now, but it's a lot of deals on the table, and he's ready to sit at the table and talk to people about more docs.
For sure, absolutely, man. We need to get this story told, and we got to get this story told the right way.
Yes. Now I've seen another doc. I forgot his name. I think it was Shea Cotton.
Okay. Yeah. My man Shea Cotton. Yeah. Shout out to Shea from Cali.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I seen his doc. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I was in his doc. You know what
wow.
I mean? Yeah. That's my guy, man. He has similar situations. You know what I'm saying? He just from the West Coast. He a little older than me too. You know what I'm saying? But he went through certain situations as me, ranked high in his class and. Little bad decisions, you know what I mean? But he also had Kobe in his class. He also had Baron Davis in his class. Like
Dogs.
Those guys wasn't bullshitting, but they spoke highly of him. You know what I'm saying? He put the work in.
Now I want to ask you. We always know you bust a lot of people's ass compared to LeBron. Who gave you a tough game back then? You was like, man, this nigga said, he's giving me
Melo gave me my first run-in where It was the second game, the second time I played him, because the first time it was a walk in the park. But then the second game, when he came back to camp that next year, he came correct. You know what I mean? It won't no, oh, you Lenny Cooke ain't. You know what I mean? It won't none of that. He showed that I worked on my game all year.
For you,
know what I mean?
we're
gonna get this thing together.
Now, Melo, who else?
Melo, Bron, God bless his soul, Ali Mo gave me hell.
Wow.
Ali Mo used to give me hell.
Ali Mo, the Black Widow.
Ali Mo used to give me hell in the park.
Ali Mo was like 6'8" with a handle.
6'8", 6'9", can do it all, for real.
Why do you? Why I always wondered why Ali Mo didn't like go further. God bless.
Yeah.
In school and in college.
I just felt like he just got stuck with the street ball thing. You know what I mean? Then he got to deal with N1 and all of that early. So I mean, he probably was content. You know what I mean? He got a bag, and he got a bag to do what he loved to do. He traveled the world with N1, so you know what I mean? That probably was like, for anybody that's from like our hoods, you know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with getting the bag, playing something that you love.
And doing what you love, for sure.
Now, you said Ali Mo, one more.
One more, I don't know.
Amari Stoudemire?
Nah, see, we play two different positions. So he really ain't. We didn't really guard each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We played against each other, but we ain't really guard each other. I'm gonna give you somebody who, D'Angelo Collins. He was in our draft class too.
Oh wow.
D'Angelo Collins from Cali. He was tough too. He's another one. He brought it.
He brought it.
Yeah.
When was a time when somebody was bringing it? You was like, yo, using your basketball IQs. Like I gotta do something else to get to them.
It would have been that LeBron game if I would have changed it over. You know what I'm saying? I had to be mentally prepared. I would have got enough rest. I wouldn't have went out that night.
Yeah.
And it would have been a dogfight. You know what I mean? But I ran out of gas.
Yeah, but you played good in the first half. It wasn't like you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I ran out of gas, and he didn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the disadvantage came in at.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you before you leave, are we looking for a Lenny Cooke podcast? Talking about basketball.
I don't think I'm gonna do a podcast. Everybody does podcasts now.
It's always somebody. It's always a listener.
Yeah,
remember
for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I feel like a lot of players that don't get to shine like you.
Nah, I agree, but I'm not very outspoken, so I wouldn't know where to go with that.
No, you are outspoken, bro. We just say LeBron and Jordan a debate. You're gonna be very outspoken. You curse Cameron out. I think it's just about the fire. But we definitely look in the coaching area.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely coaching. Like I said, doing the doc over.
High school or college?
All the above. Starting from AAU, hopefully get the high school coaching job, to college, and to
that Lenny Cooke. Oh, let's start with that Lenny Cooke All-Stars, man.
And then from wherever that goes from there.
Wow, man. So tell them how to follow you.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, man. You can follow me at I am Lenny Cooke on Instagram. You can email me at lenny375@gmail.com, man. And on Facebook, just Lenny Cooke.
That's just Lenny Cooke.
Yeah.
It's the real Facebook, not because it'd be.
Nah, it's the real one.
Like
it's the real one.
20 Lenny Cooke.
Yeah,
shit,
it's the real
one.
one.
More popular you get, the more fake pages going to start popping up.
Yeah,
man. I thank you for coming out, man.
Thank you,
Lenny
man.
Cooke.
Thank you. Appreciate it, bro.
You heard? Let's get it.